Hey, it's your professional sarcastic man and seeker of attention, Oz Chris, here with a review on Superior Spider-Man number 1. Yes, Dan Slott's Wet Dream is back with another series, although it's not written by Slott this time, thank God. So, I haven't read the original Superior Spider-Man that Slott did, but from what I've heard from a lot of readers and a lot of Spidey fans, it isn't particularly loved. A lot of people would like to ignore it, but apparently it did end on a high note. Dan Slott actually put some effort into the ending when it was reaching its conclusion. But this one is now being written by someone else, Christos Cage, who has been writing, who's writing Spider-Geddon, and also was one of the writers for the PS4 Spider-Man game. So I did like Spider-Geddon for the most part, and I did like the PS4 game. I liked the story, so I thought I might as well check out Superior Spider-Man. So let's get into it. Dr. Otto Octavius, known for many years as Dr. Octopus, Octavius had a life-altering experience when he swapped minds with his sworn enemy, Spider-Man. By taking on Spider-Man's mission, Octavius also absorbed his sense of responsibility. He rededicated himself to selfless acts on behalf of innocence, but his sense of superiority made Otto a different kind of hero. After heroically giving up Spider-Man's body to save the woman he loves and taking a new body, and the alias Elliot Tolliver, Otto has begun a new life, a professor at Horizon University by day and vigilante by night. Otto, with paid help of the Night Shift, a team of supervillains, protects the city of San Francisco as the Superior Spider-Man. So we have Christos Cage as the writer, we have Mike Hawthorne, penciler, Wade von Grawbadger, what a name, as the inker, Jordi Belair as colorist, Clayton Kells as letterer, and Travis Trest as the cover writer. So art in this, I'm okay with the art. It's pretty average in my opinion. There is some off parts to it, but art for the most part is average. So starting off, Otto is fighting against Stiltman, who says, "You're not the real Spider-Man. I fought him many times. I've beaten him. I know the genuine article when I see it." To which Otto replies with, "I make no pretense of being that buffoon. You have erred grievously, Stiltman, for today you do not face your old familiar enemy. Today you face the Superior Spider-Man." And he does say this quite a lot, that he is the Superior Spider-Man. You know, he's Spider-Man, but better. It does kind of fit with now the personality that Otto has. It's just like, well, I can be Spider-Man, but superior, much better than Peter ever could. It kind of reminds me of when that cover of like a Marvel 2-in-1, where they had Doctor Doom calling himself the infamous Iron Man, and a lot of people said Doom would never refer to himself as that, as the title, the infamous Iron Man. He would just call himself Doom or Victor Von Doom or whatever. He would never refer to himself by that title. But with Otto just referring to himself as Superior Spider-Man, it fitting to the character, although, you know, kind of come up with your own identity. Superior Octopus, remove the whole Hydra thing. You could have just kept that. So he's fighting Stiltman and hurries back to a university to give a lecture and we get a little insight to his vigilantism with the Night Shift. But before that, we get a little bit about Otto's backstory. Grew up with an abusive father, a mother that just nagged him to be just smart. You don't want to live this life. So through nagging and guilt, made Otto become, you know, the man he was before he became Dr. Octopus, breaking off his engagement with Mary Alice, and then slightly recounting the original Superior Spider-Man run, where he meets Anna Maria, who is also in this book. Otto really has a thing with the women who have, like, their names just consist of two first names. Mary Alice and Anna Maria. And they both have the names start with either an A or an M. So I can't wait for the new his new love interest, Margaret Allison. But we go into a little bit of Otto's vigilantism with the night shift, and also kind of sets up that possibly one of the members are dancing Bacabri, this woman. I'm not familiar with the night shift, so do excuse me if I kind of blank out on them. I would say they're at least now low tier villains. A lot of people, is say like, who's the night shift? And it's just like, exactly, who is the night shift? But Otto has employed the night shift to pretty much be a group of supervillains doing good stuff for people. So I kind of like that angle with Otto, because he's kind of killing two birds with one stone. One of it, he's getting rid of another team of supervillains from the city. The other, he has people doing work for him. So you could, to maintain kind of this double life of being Elliot Tolliver and being Superior Spider-Man, you could just have someone else do the work, so no suspicion is cast onto him. So, but anyway, another woman seems to be getting the hots for old Otto. Danson tries to hit on him, doesn't work. Otto says that unfortunate woman, thinking Otto Octavius would be attracted to a common criminal, and yet the degree to which I'm dwelling on it perhaps does suggest something lacking in my life. Otto's not the same, obviously, after his whole switching bodies with Peter, dying again, getting another clone body of a slightly different looking Peter and going by a different alias. He's not going to stay the same, so maybe his taste in women are changing. I mean, hey, Danson Macabre, that's not two first names. Maybe that's what he needed in his life. A woman that doesn't have two first names for a name. But, and then another one, Miss Hernandez may be having the hots for Otto. It's just like, geez, Otto is just pulling all of these women. Jesus Christ. Otto, what is your game? Please teach me. But he gets caught out by his former love interest, Anna Maria. She is able to figure out that Elliot Tolliver is Otto Octavius, confronts him. He tries to defend himself. It's like, I'm not the same person I am as I was before. Yada, yada, yada. That was because of my octopus arms. She doesn't believe it because obviously she's been hurt by him, so she's not going to trust that he is a changed man. And I'll leave it there for now. I'm actually quite surprised that whole Anna Maria discovering Elliot is Otto Octavius. I'm surprised it's fully done within the first issue. As with This Is Marvel, I would have expected that to be drawn the hell out, just milk the hell out of that until like probably the penultimate issue. It's like, oh, you're Dr. Octavius. I knew it. Yada, yada, yada. But, straight from the get-go, from the first issue, she just, yep, you're Otto. I knew it. You're a terrible person. I'm taking you to the police right now. So I'll give props to Cage for that. So, story, it is slightly interesting, at least to me. Is it something I'd recommend? If you want to pick it up, pick it up. It wasn't like, you have to read this. This is something you definitely have to read. But it's at least got me going to I'll check out the second issue and then properly decide from there if I want to continue. That's just kind of my thing. First, if you can hook me in the first issue, the second issue will be my basis of does it justify that I should I should continue like kind of almost permanently from now on. So I'll see how the second issue goes. This issue wasn't that bad. It was interesting. I like this little setup with Otto trying to live the double life, being Elliot and being Superior Spider-Man at the same time, having to use supervillains to be good guys. So, and being found out, his secret identity being found out by the woman that he loves. So let's see how it goes. Art was average at best. Wasn't particularly. It's average art at best, and not particularly a fan of who's the artist again? Hawthorne, the penciler. Yeah, Hawthorne's art and Belaire's coloring. It wasn't bad, but it was just average. The cover by, who was the cover by again? Cover by Charest. It's not a bad cover, but it leaves me wanting more. Like, I do like this whole pose that Otto's doing as Superior Spider-Man, but there's really nothing to the background, which would have been a nice, interesting twist that I kind of thought of before reviewing this, is that within like each part of the webs is a part of Otto's history, all of it leading up to now that he's Superior Spider-Man again. And if you want to know why he's Superior Spider-Man again, Spider-Geddon, that's why. He was Superior Octopus. Superior Octopus is kind of a prequel to this, as it sets up that whole night shift being employed by him, and slightly starts the whole Anna Maria might be suspicious of Elliot. But it's not really necessary, as like I said in the kind of the opening text, it tells you that he with the paid help of the night shift, a team of supervillains. So you just know from the get-go he's paid a team of villains to help him. So you don't really need to read something else to understand that. But Spider-Geddon is just like, well, it's a Spider event. I'm just going to be Superior Spider-Man again. So you don't necessarily have to read those two things to understand why he's Superior Spider-Man again. But just leave it at that. That's it for this review. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.